The caption, dude, it says, quick tip, just take them. Hashtag 15, hashtag for you page, hashtag bodybuilding, hashtag fact. And that's on his transformation where he gained, you know, like 60 pounds. So if you're 15 years old and you see Ethan Gerstenberg make a ton of progress and he says, just take it, just take it. What's up guys, Derek, moreplacemordates.com. Today we're going to be talking about TikTokers on SARMs again. It seems like more and more people at a younger and younger age are coming out of the woodwork, doing crazy shit, you know, exposing themselves to exogenous anabolics, synthetic anabolic agents, even guys as young as 14 on fucking trend apparently. So anyways, this guy, Ethan Gerstenberg, I got tagged in his stuff a while back, which is wild because it's like, how do you guys even find this shit, you know? It's like I get if something went viral, but I mean like for like having a 15-year-old who talked about SARMs like one time, it seems kind of insane. It seems kind of crazy that like people are able to find this shit and then tag me in it. But they manage, and you know, I have quite an extensive list of ridiculous stuff. And this one is not short of not falling short of the mark in the ridiculous department. This guy is 15 years old, 6 feet tall, 210 pounds. He is a bodybuilder in all caps, if you didn't know, and he's chasing aesthetics. So, you know, obviously a guy who got bit by the iron bug. He's only 15, you know, he's probably a bit impatient. But as you go through his TikTok, it kind of gives you more insight into, you know, practices that probably should not be adopted by 15-year-olds. So, here he has some of his lifts and shit. He has certain kind of like motivational quotes that have to do with women too, which is kind of interesting, being that he is 15 years old. So he mentions, you know, body positivity, talks about gym facts. Where's the fucking thing about happiness? Come on, where is it? Who's fuck Dora? Like, to me, let's see, is this sound gonna work? No sound. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck oh, there's the fucking sound button.
Bitch, Dora? And here come y'all in the comments. Berlizzi, you can't call Dora a bitch. That's not right. Man, fuck Dora!
Oh my god, dude. Fucking chill out. Rest in peace, headphone users. So anyways, he has some interesting stuff in here. Like, he talks about, you know, his progress in the gym. He talks about some of his best lifts. Then he talks about shit like, she used you. You listened to her. You watched her walk away right in front of you. So, I don't know, maybe this guy went through like a hard breakup and now it's, you know, motivating him to get in the gym and, you know, like really transform. So that is what kind of instigated his exposure to, you know, synthetic compounds and whatnot. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of an interesting coincidence how somehow he ends up on RAD 140 right after he seems to have, it's not hot girl summer, you're just a whore. He has shit about, it's not you, it's her. Let's see, maybe I shouldn't even be fucking laughing at this probably, to be honest, but it's kind of a, you know, how many people went through this and probably started their first cycles early simply because of some sort of emotional traumatic thing and they wanted to like get revenge and or, you know, just improve themselves in some way to kind of you know, get feel above the relationship that, you know, put them in the dumps or whatever. She left you on red for 2 hours now. Focus on you, bro. Yeah, let's see. I swear to God, I'd beat your ass if I dare to see you shed another tear over her after she couldn't shed a tear for you. Goddamn, dude. That cuts fucking deep, dude. So anyways, he's a fucking Joker quote here. A lot of gym motivation. So, oh, he's inspired by Sebum, you know, who isn't? So obviously he has high aspirations if he's inspired by literally classic physique Mr. Olympia. Now this is the main thing that I was tagged for. What does 1 month of RAD 140 do to a 15-year-old plus 60 pounds? He goes from 165. Okay, we're gonna mute it because it's a fucking just music. So he gains, what was it? He started at 165, he said, 15 years old, 60 pounds. 165 to 220, bro. in 1 month. What? No fucking way, dude. That's what you're claiming? 1 month of RAD 140 does to a 15-year-old plus 60 pounds. Like, that's a fucking bit of an aggressive bulk, no? It's like 2 pounds a goddamn day. So anyways, like, the guy takes RAD 140 at 15 years old. What kind of implications does that have? If you've seen my video I did, 15-year-olds using SARMs to get jacked. Will SARMs stunt your growth? I basically scientifically dismantled why you would want to avoid SARMs in your teenage years, especially it's not like this kid is like 19, you know, and just like at the tail end of everything. He is like peak exposure to endogenous hormones. He is 15, like who knows if he just turned 15 or if he's turning 15 or what the deal is about how fucking young he is. At the end of the day, 15 if you're turning 16 this year or if you just turned 15. You're ridiculously young to the point that exposing yourself to something that is HPTA suppressive is probably not a good idea. Let's see some of the other shit he has in here. So here he is. Let's see. He has 315 for 6, 2 weeks into cut. He has some stuff about gaining muscle. She gives him gum every day. Focus on you, bro. Wow. That's definitely a high school or a middle school. I don't even fucking know. Like, is that even relatable for any of you guys? I'm not really sure. But anyways, this like my demographic doesn't skew that young, I feel. But I mean, there are definitely token individuals in the 15-year-old camp who are probably watching this, who probably may be thinking about using SARMs. And, you know, you see a guy like this, he's only 15 years old and he's gained 60 pounds in a fucking month, supposedly, unless he like miscaptioned the shit out of that. Because even that seems absurd. I'm not even saying this was muscle. Like, obviously he gained a shit ton of fat. Well, he gained a decent amount of fat in parallel. Like, you're not going to gain that much muscle just lean the entire time. That's absolutely impossible. Like, clearly you put on a decent amount of fat mass, decent amount of water. This is all, you know, the grand master plan, though, to eventually cut down and then reveal what you built underneath. That's obviously a very tried and true, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way, but it's a very, very classically used and tried and true model of bulking aggressively and cutting. And, you know, he's making good progress, and good for him if it's making him feel better about his situation and whatnot. All I would say and warn to individuals is this. If you haven't seen this video, definitely go watch it. I was a lot more elaborate and detailed in it than I will be in this one, but basically at the end of the day, if you are in a position where you need peak androgen levels and or, you know, IGF-1 levels, whatever it is, in order to facilitate maximum growth of muscle tissue, you know, brain, fucking literally even your dick size, like that stuff is going to be dictated during puberty. And if you are 15 years old, you know, do you want to take the fucking chance that you haven't or have fully gone through puberty already and you're going to expose yourself to HPTA suppressive compounds? You know, probably not. It probably would not be wise, in my opinion, to be doing that to oneself when it is literally shutting down certain hormones that are responsible for accruing a certain amount of growth of even like fucking organs like your dick throughout puberty. And then as you're an adult, that stuff sustains itself and does not really budge when certain, you know, things have closed, like epiphyseal plates. Like, you can't really do anything at that point. So now when it comes to the SARMs and shit, it's like, the choice is there between, you know, people, I guess the 15-year-olds, it's more easily accessible. You know, they might think it's, you know, safer, whatever it is. Is it necessarily safer? No, you know, in a lot of cases it isn't. And, you know, it's not to say it doesn't have its place, but I mean, like, obviously, you know, my stance on SARMs, if you've seen my, you know, historical content and whatnot. So if I'm a 15-year-old going through puberty and I'm relying on peaked testosterone and DHT levels, not only to drive just like what you would expect in terms of like muscular development and whatnot, as well as neurological processes, I want my height to be maximized. I want my dick to be maximized. I don't want these things inhibited by my fuckery of my HPTA through suppressive synthetic anabolic agents like SARMs. I want to, you know, take advantage of like full natural resources endogenously. And if I'm going to get on the Sawzul, I'm at least going to use something that I would otherwise be relying on to push myself through those processes. Like, I'd probably be looking at fucking tests, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be going through my teen years where I need DHT to grow my goddamn Johnson using RAD 140, you know, cycle after cycle. That is not the ideal approach to the ideal approach to puberty, like it's some sort of cycle planning process. Like in reality, you should just not fucking touch anything in your teen years, to be honest. If you really wanted to have high quality development, you'd be better off probably waiting. Like the likelihood is very low you're going to understand the pharmacology enough anyways to really like be justifying their use. However, even if you did know enough, at that point you would probably realize that using a SARM during your peak puberty years is potentially not the best strategy, you know? Like at least with test, it's fucking replacing what you would otherwise need to be pushing you through those processes. The only difference is your HPTA is downregulated. With SARMs, you're not going to be getting, you know, the testosterone, 5-alpha reducing into DHT. You're not going to be getting a lot of these same downstream things that make test do what it does through puberty. Like you want to be exposing yourself to what you're actually supposed to be during that prime time. So I think SARMs for teens are like a very bad idea in general. You know, I guess it's one thing if you're 18 or 19, but it's another thing if you're like 14 or 15 and are literally in the middle of fucking puberty potentially. Is this something you want to impede the process of with a HPTA suppressive compound just to gain? Like, it's not like this guy is making bad progress or I'm shitting on him necessarily, but like, I don't know, just justifying in your head to like blast RAD 140 at 15 years old and kind of, you know, go out on a limb and assume, oh, like everything's gonna be fine, I'm gonna recover, it's gonna make absolutely no difference on my net outcome of height and dick size and, you know, whatever else it is, bone integrity, stuff like that. It's risky business, dude. And I would definitely, you know, when you weigh the pros and cons, I don't think the pros really outweigh the cons for somebody who is 15 years old. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It seems like at this point, it's not even surprising the younger these guys get. It's like, you know, at first it's 17, and that seems fucking insane. Then it's 16, then it's 15, and then before you know it, you have fucking 14-year-olds on the goddamn tramboloni sandwiches. And it's not a good sign, dude. You know, like I thought with the increased amount of education being widespread in the social media space nowadays, that more and more people would realize or be dissuaded from doing dumb shit. But it seems like, I don't know if it's just like the population, it's more people, so therefore more outliers of people who just, you know, like obviously not everyone is going to watch YouTube videos to learn about, you know, how to take shit or what age to take shit. But I mean, in general, this should be like logical common sense, you know, seeking out like high quality insight on how to interpret your blood work, how to interpret symptoms, how to go about this in the most intelligent way. And I can't imagine anyone would advise a 15-year-old to be like, to get on a SARM, you know, suppress their HPTA at a time when it's otherwise absolutely critical that that shit is at peak full force capacity. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplacemordates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplacemordates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. Now, the main problem with this guy's video too, and I just actually remembered one of the main reasons I wanted to cover this to begin with, is one of his posts that, you know, the most notable post I got tagged in, the caption, dude, it says, quick tip, just take them. Hashtag 15, hashtag for you page, hashtag bodybuilding, hashtag fact. And that's on his transformation where he gained, you know, like 60 pounds. So if you're 15 years old and you see Ethan Gerstenberg make a shit ton of progress and he says, just take it as a quick tip, like, no, dude, this is the kind of misinformation you want to avoid. You want to be educating yourself thoroughly before you just haphazardly jump on the shit. Do not get your heart broken by a chick at 14 years old and then decide I need RAD 140 to, you know, show her what the fuck is up and gain 60 pounds. Like, no, dude, like, you'll get over it. Don't worry. And you need to learn about how this shit works and wait for your body to finish puberty. Like, I know it sucks that you're not, you know, a full-grown adult at this point, but you're fucking 15. Like, have some goddamn patience, bro. Jesus. Like, how many, like, fucking Trent at 14, RAD 140 at 15. Like, these guys, like, just don't want to wait. And it's like, I get it. I do. But I mean, like, you're putting yourself in such a compromised position, potentially. Like, at this age, it's not something to fuck with, in my opinion. So anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplacemordates.com. I think I already said all the other stuff. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home, as well as the recommended lab tests and diagnostics to stay on top of your health, including your biomarkers, obviously super important if you are somebody who's going to be engaging in exogenous PED deployment or, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, it's good to have baseline blood work, exposure blood work, and post whatever exposure blood work, or just blood work in general to assess your health status. So anyways, it's all down there. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.